We will be looking at inverse variation. What is inverse variation? Two or more related quantities are said to vary inversely if as one increases, the other decreases, or if as one decreases, the other increases. E.g., if P varies inversely as V, it is written as P is equal to 1 over V. And if P is equal to 1 over V, we have to ascertain that this equation is correct. That is, in order to make sure the left hand side equals to the right hand side, then we have to multiply the right hand side by K. So K is equal to constant of proportionality. So looking at the equation, we have to multiply the right hand side by K to make the equation P is equal to 1 over V true. P and V are variables. A variable is simply a quantity that may change in value. A variable may be the earth temperature each day or the exam marks given to a class of school children. If a laborer can clear a piece of land in 6 hours, how long will it take either 2 men or 5 men to clear the land at the same rate? From the above statement, you will realize that the greater the number of people, the less time it takes to clear the land. Also, the greater the speed of a car, the less time it takes to cover any distance. We can say that let T be equal to time and the number of laborers be equal to N. So T will be equal to 1 over N. That is, T varies inversely as N. Now we will look at question 1. Question 1. If V varies inversely as W and V is equal to 120 when W is equal to 6, find V when W is equal to 9. Solution. V varies inversely as W means V is equal to 1 over W. If we insert the values, what I mean is if we insert the values based on what we are given, it means 120 will be equal to 1 over 6. And if 120 equals to 1 over 6, the right hand side, which is 120, is not equal to the left hand side, which is 1 over 6. So in order to make this statement true, we have to multiply the right hand side by an unknown constant K called proportionality constant. So we don't know the constant, we just need to multiply the right hand side by K so that we can look for K. So V is equal to 1 over W. Introducing constant K, V will be equal to K multiplied by 1 over W. And since V is given to be 120, K is question mark, that is, we don't know K, W is equal to 6. So inserting the values, 120 will be equal to K multiplied by 1 over 6. So K multiplied by 1, so 120 will be equal to K over 6. That is, K is a numerator in this case, 1 is also a numerator. So 120 will be equal to K over 6. Cross multiplying, K will be equal to 120 multiplied by 6, which is equal to 720. So it means we have to multiply the right hand side by 720 to make the statement true. That is, to make the equation balanced. So V will be equal to 720 multiplied by 1/6. So at the end, we have 120 will be equal to 120, which shows that left hand side is equal to right hand side. So that is why we have to introduce a constant. So we don't just introduce a constant. The reason why we introduce a constant is to make the right hand side to be equal to the left hand side. Thank you. Now we will look at question 2 on inverse variation. If P varies inversely as the square of Q and P is equal to 8 when Q is equal to 4, find Q when P is equal to 32. The square of Q means Q raised to power 2. So if P varies inversely as 1, if P varies inversely as the square of Q, it means P will be equal to 1/Q square. And ordinarily, even if we insert the values, P is not or will not be equal to 1/Q square until we multiply the right hand side by K. So the right hand side is 1/Q square. So 8 will be equal to K multiplied by 1/4 square. 8 will be equal to K multiplied by 1/16, because 4 square, which is 4 raised to power 2, means 4 multiplied by 4, which is equal to 16. So 8 will be equal to K multiplied by 1/16. So 8 will be equal to K over 16. By cross multiplying, K will be equal to 8 multiplied by 16, which is equal to 128. To find Q when P is equal to 32, Q is question mark, P is equal to 32, and K is equal to 128. So P will be equal to K multiplied by 1/Q square. That is using the same relationship. So 32 will be equal to 128 multiplied by 1/Q square. So 32 will be equal to 128/Q square. So 32Q square will be equal to 128. So divide both sides by the coefficient of Q square. The coefficient of Q square is the number that is attached to Q square, which is 32. So Q square will be equal to 128/32. Q square will be equal to 4. So we have to look for a number that we can raise to 2 that will give us 4. Since Q is also raised to 2, the 2 is the power or index. So we have to look for a number that can be raised to 2 so that we can cancel out the index. So at the end of the day, Q will be equal to 2. Question number 3. Y is inversely proportional to X, and Y is equal to 4 when X is equal to half, which is 1/2. Find X when Y is equal to 10. Solution: Y varies inversely as X means Y is equal to 1/X. So Y will be equal to K multiplied by 1/X. 4 will be equal to k multiplied by 1 divided by 1 over 2. 4 will be equal to k multiplied by 1 multiplied by 2 over 1. Because 1 divided by 1 over 2 means we have to change to multiplication. So 2, which is the denominator, will go up, and 1, which is the numerator, will come down. So 1 divided by 1 over 2 becomes 1 multiplied by 2 over 1. So 4 will be equal to 2k. Divide both sides by the coefficient of k. Coefficient of k is the number that is attached to k, which is 2. So 4 over 2 will be equal to 2k over 2. 2 cancels out 2, and k will be equal to 2. To find x when y equal to 10, x is equal to question mark, k is equal to 2, and y is equal to 10. So y will be equal to k multiplied by 1 over x. So 10 will be equal to 2 multiplied by 1 over x. So 10 will be equal to 2 over x. Cross multiplying, 2 will be equal to 10x. So dividing both sides by the coefficient of x, which is 10, 10 cancels out 10, so x will be equal to 2 over 10. So how many 2 can we get in 2? 1. How many 2 can we get in 10? 5. So x will be equal to 1 over 5. So now we have 3 questions that you can solve on your own. You can solve the questions and send to my WhatsApp number 08083443228. There will be a reward for the first correct answer. So you can try the 3 questions. Thank you.